Hi, my name is Alder Tambajong, and I was the team coordinator, and I was also responsible for part of the ARM assembly part of Project A2. In this project, I learned how to load the values and the address of a variable into a register using LDR, and I learned how to use GDB to access the program's memory and list the number, size, and format of the items being searched for. From this project, I can use the lessons I learned to further advance my knowledge of how registers, values, and operands work so that I can better work with my group members in the future, and as well as apply it to technical practices if in the future my job requires me to utilize those skills. The best and most challenging experience for me was at the end of the ARM assembly project, when we used the commands for accessing memory, and it was tough to just figure out what each of those things meant, how to manipulate those, and etc.
Hi, here is Rihan. This time we don't need to install the Pi, so my task is become the parallel programming and fixing errors in assemble language programming. Well, this time, what I learned is much more different from the last time. First, I learned how to use all the cores on my computer, which means that parallel programming. I know that in Java there are some threads class in Java, so maybe in the future I will try to use them. And the second thing I learned is about how to access the memory by GDB. As my code coordinator say that we can access the memory when we debug in the linear system, when we debug in the Pi. So how can I use this in my future job? Well, I think that, for example, we can use in Java, we can fully use my computer rather than use one thread and one course. This time, the most challenging thing is that how to fix the error, because one of my teammates sent me the code and make me check the errors. Then I find that it was completely different kinds of the coding because it's a x86. So how to make this x86 coding become the ARM code is a very difficult thing. And in ARM we cannot just access just like the x86 when we use a variable and dig words a value. And in x86 we cannot just send that move R1 this variable, we should send the address to them, and then we use move R1 the value of R1's address inside. So this is the most challenging thing, and now welcome our next one.
Hey, my name is Walter, and my part in this project was the same as the first one. It's an ARM assembly. The hardest part of that was figuring out what the address was for the variables. At first we were using the breakpoint address to try and get the variable info, but with Yuhan's help, he was telling us we had to go to the info registers and get the address from there, and then it all made sense. The most applicable part of this would probably just be checking the registers to make sure we were actually looking at the right values for future projects and work. So that was my part.
Hello everyone, my name is Tam Wing, and I'm very interested in coding. My task on this project is writing a course in a parallel programming with Yuhan. The important thing that I learned on this project is learn a new code and working as a group. We have a chance to learn from each other and also improve myself to be better. Based on the first assignment, we have more knowledge and experiment. So on this project, we have to do better and faster than the last time. The most challenging in this project is about time because we have so close to the midterm, so we have busy on study and don't have much time on working. On the next assignment, I think we will learn more things and cover the new chapter.
Hi, my name is Wiley. My job for this project is co-writing the report. Something I learned was how to access the registers and memory values, which was also coincidentally the hardest thing. and this will help me in learning to debug integrated programs in the future if I'm ever doing that.
I'm Samantha Wolenick. My job for the project was to edit the video and co-write the report. Something I learned was the importance of good communication, good face-to-face communication with your group members, and to speak up when you don't really know what's going on. I think that's really helpful in all parts of life, in school, your career, and even just in your personal life. I think the best thing about this part of the project was that I got to learn more about my group members and learn how to work better with them, and yeah.